Hey everybody, Jason Franchuk from the Daily Herald. We're here at Utah Olympic Park up in beautiful Park City. We've got one of our favorite locals here, Noelle Pikus-Pace, with us. Talk about some winter sports. Noelle, thanks for joining us. And what is this like right now? You all got to be so excited to get ready to go to Canada.
We are. It's really exciting. Right now we're just up here in Park City training. We are able to test equipment, which is nice because in skeleton and bobsled we really don't have a lot of time to test equipment. So it's been nice to have these 2 weeks to do that, and we're all just packing our bags and getting ready to go. We're all really excited.
I look around these events. How do you get involved in this? People, I mean, there's probably teenagers wondering, they're daredevils wondering, how can I get into that? How do you get into this stuff?
I ran track and field, and my track coach, new bobsled coach up here, asked me to come try it, and I did, and I fell in love with it. A lot of athletes come from, skiing, so ski racing. Sorry about that. And then some come from track and field as well, and we all come from different backgrounds and just end up in the same location.
But y'all are kind of crazy, aren't you?
A little bit, I think so, yeah.
Now, what do you work on here in Park City? Obviously, the Olympics were here and everything, but is this much like getting ready for Vancouver, the track and everything? The
track is actually quite a bit different. There's two things that are similar. The start, the grade of drop is very similar to Vancouver, as well as the speed. We go about 80 miles an hour here, and in Vancouver we'll probably go about 90, so this is about as close as you get to that speed. So that's pretty good, but then the technicality of Vancouver is unlike any track in the world.
What is the Vancouver track like for you?
It's pretty tricky, really. I mean, like there's a few places where anything can happen, where you can come out onto your back or flip or crash, and so it's going to make for an exciting sport for spectators.
How many times have you done that track?
I've only been able to go down. We had 2 weeks of international competition in the fall, and then we had a World Cup in a year ago.
Okay.
So just a handful of runs.
So do you already have it memorized? You got every little turn kind of figured out?
Yeah, we have it on video, so we're able to kind of look at that on the screen and then watch as we go down and kind of try to practice the steers that we might do.
Now, you were telling me off camera you got to go home for a little bit. You got to go back to Utah County. So what was that like? You get your favorite foods and everything like that?
Yeah, it's been so great, and especially, I'm a mom of a daughter, so of my daughter, 2-year-old Lacey, and so it's been a lot of fun to be able to. Hi, Lacey. I love you. I've been able to be with her, and so it just makes a world of difference for me.
And I don't think a lot of people realize this is they just see the Olympics on TV, but how do you describe the years even leading up to this, the sacrifices, just the dedication you got to put, and obviously your family has to do a lot with this.
There's so much more than just the moment of the Olympic Games. It's really about, the sacrifice, like you said, the dedication, the support group. Really, my family has just been amazing to be able to come together and help me to fulfill this dream and our dream. This really is our dream, and so there's just so much more. It's a package deal, It's not just one run one day. It's all about the whole package.
The last time we were talking about you for the Olympics, you were kind of injured and everything.
A little bit.
So what has this been like to, knock on wood here, wherever wood is, but just kind of be ready to go and not have to worry about that stuff?
Yeah, when the official team was named to the Olympics, it didn't hit me. Like, it really didn't set in. I'm like, no, something's going to happen. Something's going to go wrong, and I'm going to get pulled because it wasn't this easy last time. Not that it was easy, but it just didn't happen last time. And so I really thought that something might happen, and finally, my coaches were like, okay, you got to just let yourself know that you're going, and you have to accept it. So it's there now. Like, I know that I'm going, and my family's all ready. We all have tickets. They all have tickets. Hopefully I have my ticket.
That's what I was going to ask you. It's got to be a lot nicer. You can probably get more people to visit you up in Canada, right, as opposed to Europe or something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for family to be able to come up and to cheer us on, and the language barrier, maybe they say a little too much, but I don't know.
Don't get injured up there, the healthcare.
I've done that. That's where I broke my leg in Calgary.
Oh, no.
But it's good. It's nice to have my family up there.
How many people are going for you right now?
20, 25, something like that,
Unbelievable. Do they all have tickets?
Yeah, they do. They're all really excited. They already have their USA flags and all their gear all packed. They're probably packed right now, and I'm not even packed to go, so they're ready.
Now, what are seats like for the track and everything? Are there front row seats and back row seats?
There actually are. They're standing seats or they're stadium seats. So it's A seats and B seats. So. That's how it works.
Now, do they go and get tickets on their own, or how many do you get to kind of?
Each athlete gets two tickets to their event, so they pretty much had to go out and get them on their own. And I just said, you know what, you guys take care of that. I've got to work on my thing, and you guys work on your thing, and it's worked out really well.
Now, Lacey's kind of young, but does she have any idea what Mom's doing right now?
Oh, I don't know. When she sees somebody in a speed suit and a helmet, she's like, oh, Mama, Mama, and it might be like, you know, Apollo Ono or something. I'm like, no, that's not Mama.
You got the greatest Halloween costume.
I know.
You just strap that on for Halloween.
I have done that
spandex
before.
On the helmet.
Yeah, a couple of Halloweens ago, I just came straight from training and I had my speed suit on, so I just put some wings on the back of me and I said I was a fairy. It worked.
Now, how long have you been doing this now? How long have you been doing your event?
I started in 2001.
Unbelievable. Do you remember the very first time?
Yes.
Does that never leave you? Tell us about that.
I remember. It was here in Park City, and there were a handful of us. I was only 16 at the time when I went down for my first time here, and there were a handful of us about that age, and my coach said, hey, Noelle, come here, come try this out. And I had no clue what the name of this sport was even. And he's like, lay down on your stomach, and he straps a helmet on my head, and he's like, okay, everybody, this is called. And then all of a sudden he like kicks me off, and I didn't even know what it was called. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. And by the end I was like, woohoo, that's awesome, get me back up there. So went back up and did it again and stuck with it.
Now, were you always a little daredevil then?
I guess so, yeah, I think so.
Because, I mean, in track, you did track,
yeah,
right?
I did.
What did you do in track?
I did the heptathlon, so that's 7 events.
So, is there anything that is comparable, or is it just completely different?
It is completely different, completely different. Except, you know, the mindset of competition, going in and just worrying about what you have to do instead of thinking like, oh wow, this person can high jump this high and I can only do this or something like that. You just really have to just go in it and do your best. It has to be about you.
I'm wondering about the hair.
You like that?
I like that.
You guys like that? I know you do. I had to add in, well, okay, so I dye my hair all the time.
It's a good thing America's got red, white, and blue. That kind of goes
That's
together,
why I did it. Yeah, because I dye my hair all different colors. And so, I mean, I've been blonde, I've been black, I've been brunette. I've pretty much gone across the board. So I sent out an email to my friends and family and said, hey, what color should I dye my hair for the games? And they all liked the blonde. But then we all thought that, you know, adding a little bit of red, white, and blue in there, be a little patriotic would be fun.
Now, I want our great
USA.
I want our great cameraman, Rich. Rich, turn around real quick, because I want to see, look, everybody else is in black here. And we got Noelle in nice colors. She's all in red and pink and ready to go. She's the most festive one we got here. So that's what Utah County's bringing to the table here.
That's right.
So Noelle, have you given much thought about what would a medal be like? What would the flag be like?
Of course.
Singing the anthem. I would cry. I don't know about you, but I would cry.
I already packed my waterproof mascara. Even just for opening ceremonies. I think opening ceremonies is really going to be emotional for me just because I was ready to go last time around. I was ready to go in 2006 and wasn't able to. So I think that's going to be very emotional, and I'm hoping after opening ceremonies is through, I can really focus on my competition and just do my best and not worry about others. Like what we were saying before, just kind of do what I need to do down the track, and if I can give my best, then I'm going to be happy with it no matter what the results are. Because for me, it's really not about the result. I mean, I know everybody wants the gold medal and that's what I'm going for, but it's really about just doing my best.
Awesome. Jason Franchuk, Noelle Pikus-Pace. Let's all tune in the Olympics here. Thanks for tuning in.